Well, will that be all for goals?
I mean, it is for me.
Resounding roar of silence.
So it should be fine. I got none completed. And with some effort, I can accomplish these.
Well, let us see what happens. Where shall I go? Do. As for starting off recap, I'll go ahead and slide us over to our familiar docks location.
We didn't really do much last time. A lot of around town stuff. And then went to a ghoul meeting.
Yep.
Yeah, very not expletive, exposition heavy. Yeah, there we go. That's the word.
Exposition.
May have been a couple of expletives.
At least a couple.
Noodles were eaten. Requests were made.
Sparks became a sewing machine for a while.
Yep. Repairs are in
And
for some armor and weapons.
we are currently, we've been invited to the ghoul community, and we are about to make our way through there. But Tyler had to leave his suit behind.
She did.
Indeed.
I asked for a little bit of cover up on the suit, so that way it's not immediately visible.
Yes. Conveniently camouflaged with debris.
Mm-hmm.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Through the sewers.
Where the
Secret.
fuck does that thing come from? I've heard more than a few people say it.
Avatar: The Last
Oh,
Airbender.
Avatar, yeah. The cartoon, not the live action. Well, it is in the live action now too, I suppose. Yeah. Now that they've made a live action TV show, the live action movie was horrible. Don't watch it.
Yeah. Fuck him, Matt
Oh.
Shyamalan. He ruined it.
Are there any good animes that have been made into live action? Because I know they crapped on the Dragon Ball one too.
The One Piece.
No, the whole point of anime is that it's not live action. It's not this. The whole concept of making it live action is dumb. I don't watch anime because I want to see a real person doing it.
Also, the only live action I've actually appreciated has actually been the One Piece.
And the Alita movie was good too.
I did like the Alita movie, honestly. I was sad they didn't make a sequel.
That's true.
They tried to
Alita
make
was
a
pretty good.
live-action Ghost in the Shell, and it was terrible.
I didn't know they did that, and it also just sounds terrible.
It was a full movie. Like it wasn't like a TV show on Netflix. It was like a full cinematic movie, and I was like, this is sad. They made Scarlett Johansson the lead female, and I was like,
Yeah, Makoto
"Ooh,
Kusanagi.
don't what? Yes, she's hot. I get it, but she's not at all. That's one thing I hate when they do that. When they're like, nobody will care that this person doesn't look at all like the character they're trying to portray, and fucking I cared.
Whitewashed for your American viewing pleasure.
I mean, it's not like Makoto is not white-ish anyway, but as is the case in a lot of anime where the characters are all more light-skinned than probably normal. But anyway, I was annoyed.
Well, one thing that I thought was awesome in live action was the Fallout show. I
Yes,
can't
that one
wait
That's
for
not an
them
did
to
animal.
very good.
make. I can't wait for them
They
to
did
get.
it. They did a really good job capturing the humor, though, the goofiness that is built
Yeah.
into Fallout, which was
Oh yeah.
surprising. Because so many things are like, all right, we're gonna make this, but we're gonna make it grittier, darker, and edgier, and they were just like, no, we're just gonna make some goofy people running around in giant armor.
It was, yeah, for me, quite a pleasure.
I am disliking, however, the modern like we're gonna make a show, it's gonna be really good, and then we're not gonna make a season 2 for like 3 years.
Dude,
I
it
hate it.
drives me insane. I'm 100% with you on that.
This is why you don't watch a show for a long, long time. I am behind on several. Like I still I haven't watched Breaking Bad. Now that's been completed for a long time, but like I have a history of like not watching shows until they are actually finished and everyone stops talking about it. And I'm like, guys, do you realize how good this show that came out 10 years ago was?
That does allow you
Have you
to
guys
binge it.
seen
Yeah.
have you guys seen Delicious in Dungeon?
Oh
Yes.
my god, it's fucking great.
It's
I
so
have
Brilliant.
great.
not heard of it.
Uh
What is this?
it's an
On
anime.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It is based on like D&D sort of a thing. But this group of dungeon adventurers traveled through a dungeon to go rescue this guy's sister who was eaten by a dragon, but they don't have the money to like buy food. So instead, they spend the entire time killing monsters and cooking them up and eating them.
And there's a dwarf with them that has a cookbook and everything about, and it's the most knowledgeable thing about the dungeon. Like, here's how you can prepare orc, and here's how,
Huh.
Yep.
It's a very it's also kind of very Saturday morning cartoon coded. Like
Now,
Yeah.
Yes.
the anime style is a little bit more cartoony than normal. It's
yeah.
got some absolute goofiness nonsense, so it does remind you a bit of a cartoon more so than a lot of anime do.
Nice.
However, watch out because when you get about halfway through, this will spoil nothing for anybody.
It's real
It turns
serious.
from the goofy shit to real dark, real serious, real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yep.
does.
And the span of
But
like 5 minutes.
yeah, I thought it was so good though. Even through that, I was like, wow, they went from like this really lightweight sort of a show that's laid back to like emotionally heavy, and you're like, oh, this is good. It just
It
pulls
hurt.
you in.
It hurts so good.
Do the characters have elbows?
Yeah.
I understand that's a weird question to ask, but somebody told me Adventure Time is amazing, and I watched it, and it was
Oh no,
bullshit because
no, no,
people
no,
don't
no, no,
have
no, 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 no,
elbows,
no, no,
and
no,
I
no,
couldn't
no,
get
no,
over it.
no.
I know that's a silly,
They have
petty
legitimate
thing.
anatomy.
No,
They have legitimate anatomy. It's
It's
fine.
just certain art
Adventure
styles
Time
bother
is
me.
just a cartoon.
Adventure Time is
Yeah,
good though.
Adventure Time is a cartoon, but it's also very rubber hose in design and animation. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
that's why
No,
can't
they
do
don't
they
have
it.
elbows.
That
Yeah, you
whole
no, they got
era of
physics and stuff. It's
Nickelodeon,
fine.
I can't stand. I absolutely hated the Nickelodeon art style. Like a lot of people grew up on it,
Kurt
and
the
all
Cowardly
due
Dog,
respect,
stuff like that.
all of it, all of it is garbage to me. To me,
Yeah,
again,
I
I
can't
just
stand Adventure Time.
cannot.
And I'm gonna say something that's gonna make all of you hate me. I can't get behind One Piece's animation style. It just rubs me the wrong way.
I haven't seen it, so I'm neutral
It's
on that.
it's
I'm
because old. It's
it's
old.
I
I
don't know.
think you struck a
I
chord.
I am one of those people that's sensitive to like I really love anime, even if the like story isn't as great. If the visuals are fucking amazing, I'm like I like this. I enjoy
Neither
the
not.
spectacle. I also though am on the other side is if it's beautiful but it's trash, then I'm like okay, it's a fine line. So the story was mostly good enough, although I've ever since the final kind of post Wano stuff, I've kind of been like, all right, this is getting a bit much.
I got spoiled by Solo Leveling. I'm so sorry. It's just it.
One Piece strikes me as the kind of anime that like they're gonna make like Dragon Ball Z Abridged is better than Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
100 like
Uh,
100% in every
Such a
respect. It's
good time.
funnier. It's shorter. It cuts out all of the nonsense. It's just better. It's a better anime than the original anime. And I feel like One Piece is going to have that kind of a thing later on, where they're going to be like, "Hey, we're going to cut out a couple of these arcs that really aren't worth
Oh,
the goddamn time," and it's going to make the whole experience so much better.
that's
They already did.
they already, yeah, they got a studio that's working on it. The people that worked on Attack on Titan, the first two
Oh,
seasons.
A1?
Wiz Studio, I think Wiz, something like that.
I know that
Uh,
A1 did a lot of the animation, but I don't know if they were early Attack on Titan or later Attack on Titan.
Studio. Oh, it's Wiz
I didn't
Studio.
know about that.
Yeah.
I know of a fan-made thing where they just went through and cut everything down and took out
Yeah,
all the
those,
filler and
yeah,
made one pace, and that's a really nice watch.
Yeah, they gotta cut it down more than that. They're reanimating everything, shortening things down.
they did
They
that
said
with
it's gonna be like
Bleach too,
6 episodes instead of like the 1,000 something that it's at right now.
but they're longer. They're like 45-minute or an hour long episodes as opposed to just
That's
20.
fine. I'll sit around if it's
Yeah,
meaningful.
Yeah, it's like fucking one a day, and then you can get actually ahead eventually.
All right, nuclear fallout. Let's go.
It's a
Do it.
wonderful world we live in.
Yeah, back to the irradiated nuclear hellhole that is Seattle,
Indeed. Well,
both before and after the bombs fell.
well, it's not so terrible.
It's
I've never
not
seen it from
nuclear yet.
itch.
the fuck.
I mean, not right now.
Not yet. Well, you will be given a little bit of background information as you are brought through the tunnels underground. They will tell you about how the city and its origins had been rebuilt over. So essentially, like the downtown area, they built on top of it, and what was underneath got kind of abandoned, but a lot of the structure was still sound throughout everything, even withstanding the war to some degree. And before long, you're brought to an area with more lights. You still have not seen the main activity, but you are brought forth to stand what looks a little bit more habitable. And those who are guiding you say that this is the precipice, the major part of their society. Any questions or concerns may be addressed now before carrying forth. With you now are Hank, Gloria, Randy, and Sasha.
We brought the trade people with us.
What's that, sorry?
We brought the trade people with us.
No, wrong, Randy.
Okay.
Oh, with an I, it's a she. She's the nicer of the two ladies.
When she
Gloria
speaks, she doesn't
is
sound
a
like,
little
yay!
bit. Gloria is just a little bit curmudgeon-y, standoffish. She prefers natural remedies and approaches.
Oh no.
Pre-war, she was a pharmacist, but she's gotten away from that. She has expressed a lot of skepticism about surface dwellers being brought down, scientific approaches. She definitely has embraced the new world, the glory of the atom, etc. Hank, of course, more familiar with the surface, similar to Greg. It's a little bit more patient and open-minded, understanding. Sasha's a bit kind of an in-between. He, of course, generally organizes surface trades and activities, not so much going out himself, but on a very rare occasion when it calls for it, does serve as emissary. And definitely, he himself, more optimistic and open-minded, as it were. But yes, here you shall stand prior to entering into the main living and service areas of the underground. They will stop to allow everyone to catch up, have a drink, have a bite, confer if you must. Any kind of last minute questions or concerns may be raised. Spark is
I
back.
just have one concern and one question.
All eyes are on you.
Can I please fix that flickering light bulb? It is annoying the shit out of me.
I didn't know robots had shit.
How do you think he fertilizes that flower?
Yeah, no one ever said it was actually his shit.
She's been gathering fecal matter from all over the place.
To diversify
Normally there's
the
just a
bio.
lot of it left over after we kill people. I don't know why. There's so much shit everywhere.
It just shows up randomly. It's weird.
This is one
Weird.
of the favorite pieces of my collection. Very rare. Comes from a bear.
I don't
Does
know
a
why.
bear shit in
Whatever
the
there's
woods?
red stuff,
Yes, it does.
whenever there's red stuff, there's also brown stuff. I don't know why. Just how it is.
Gross. With a raised eyebrow, Sasha will say, sure? Till he's kind of looks at it and with a little bit of fresh eyes, as he's likely been used to it. But you are welcome, while everyone takes a breather, to check out your repair skill if you like.
Oh, come on. Fuck it. I'll spend the inspiration. I got plenty of them to burn.
Wow.
That
Wow.
light is frustrating. Very old circuitry. It's impressive that the bulb even still carries.
There
Oh
we go.
shit.
But once you're able to strip and clean and rewire, it flickers a couple times and you think, ah, damn it, I wasn't successful. But then the last flicker, it stays. Ah,
You kick it with your legs
All three of them.
that you have.
Pull out some random pair of razor legs and give it a tap.
Yeah, whips a leg out from somewhere. It's like, where'd that come from? One of the raiders. They didn't need it anymore.
always
So how much AP
raiders.
do I get? Because I'm assuming I get some AP off of that for no stupid reason.
Yeah, you will definitely get a couple. I think that the group action point pool was actually full, though.
That's 7. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
full.
I needed my personal one up some. That wasn't what I was going for. I was just having some fun roleplay, but I'll fucking take free action
By all
points.
means, take your 2 AP. Meanwhile, the ghouls are kind of looking at each other. You can tell that they're a little bit impatient, particularly Gloria. A little bit of huffing and foot tapping happening from her.
Greg's gonna walk around and greet any of the random people that he happens to know and say hi. How are you? How's it going? Oh yeah, long time no see. Yeah. Oh yeah, I decided to come down and visit, and all that sort of stuff.
That will be available to happen once you enter into the communal area. Right now, you are just outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just you guys and the greeting party, as it were. But you can prepare yourself. How long has it been since you've been home and singing to everybody?
Oh, it's let's see, probably been about 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh wait, no, not that long, because they are the ones that sent me up. So, how long have I been in the game? A couple weeks, couple days.
I think a week or two, maybe at most.
Yeah, we'll say a week. It's been a week.
Has it really been that short of a time since you arrived at the gates?
Yeah, because he kind of showed up. We introduced everybody. There was the trip out to uh, handle the stuff at Pike's place,
Hmm.
and then we wandered back over to the Kingdom. But that kind of happened maybe only 3 or 4 days apart.
Yeah, it
And
would have
then,
been an overnight
yeah,
stay at least, both directions. And then you guys made it back to the docks where you decided to clear out the oil rig,
yep.
collect Mirelurk meat aplenty.
Mm-hmm. Find some random fan of Greg's. And I like your fans currently because they didn't steal the boat.
Yes. I mean, who? What fans? What are you talking about? I didn't see anyone.
They're only your fans.
Oh no,
I'd fit it in there
Greg!
somewhere.
What kind of following do you have, Greg? The thirsty kind.
Yarr.
Always thirsty. Well,
It's
without
not Greg
further
Houston, it's Greg
ado,
Hotston.
Tongue's good for more than just talking, Purdy.
well, you can tell right away that the underground denizens have definitely essentially embraced the underground state of things. They aren't trying to make it pretty or restore the old world by any means, simply making the
I don't know,
best out
that
of
bar
what
is
is.
pimp.
A lot of time is spent in that main communal area where people can gather to exchange words and drinks, good times. So the most time has been spent in that bottom right area.
It's pretty
So a
cool.
little
I'm
more
not gonna lie.
focused.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
want that room.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And this is where you will see various faces milling about. There is a little bit small crowd gathered, various faces. Grave Force, familiar with all of them, can tell you more about them, make introductions as is necessary. I have made available for reference, just in case of forgetting or in showing particular interest in anything. There is a folder that is called, so it's going to be Emerald City, and then Cascadia Settlements, and then Seattle Underground will be
And then the
the
Seattle
folder
Underground
path.
community thing.
Yep. So
Okay.
that their handout will provide some details. You guys, of course, haven't met all of the individual residents, but you'll have an opportunity. Some names have been mentioned, referred to. You'll be able to see in general. At the bottom of the document, you'll see some special goods that are produced and services. A lot of very interested, intrigued ghoul faces peering out.
Mac looks fun.
He's a talker, especially if you want to listen. Stay a while and listen.
Hell yeah, let's go.
And a lot of eyes are falling upon Greg expectantly as the kind of the chosen go-between, as
He's
the
also a
other
celebrity.
four find their way to kind of reintegrate, make small chat. What was that? Sorry?
He's also a celebrity.
Well, but of course.
I am quite famous, in the right circles.
Grabbers.
Can even hear over the small smatterings of conversation. There's music playing somewhere deeper in the
Thanks,
chamber.
Delilah. Yep.
And if you attempt to pinpoint, you will periodically find little more recently added speakers and wire throughout the underground. It appears that they have kind of created their own insular little entertainment network, as it were. Again, as pointed out, thanks to Delilah.
God, Doug's parents really didn't like their last name.
Shilshol?
Growing up, you know someone's called this kid shit show for so long.
Shithole, yeah, something. But yes, a lot of curious eyes falling on Greg and the rest of the party. A couple people looking very intrigued by Spark. Smook and Alexi will see some eyes lingering on their pit boys.
I rather look around, just someone random, like, hi.
A few flinch, and then they
I'm
look at
sorry.
each other and kind of chuckle softly, like, duh.
I'll try not to be so spooky. And he makes an attempt to smile at them.
There are a few smiles that pop out. And so a couple sour-faced people kind of lingering in the back. A little bit less excited, of course, but
If I lock eyes with any of the sour faced people, I'm like, oh, you must be Gloria's friends.
Sick bird, bro.
tough crowd, tough crowd.
Do what I can.
Hank kind of nudges Greg. Well, how about introducing our new friends?
Yes, well, I can definitely do that. See, I have been traveling with this here group for the last week or so, getting to know them a little bit. And this over here, the robot, the one with the friendly flower on his head, his name is Spark. And then we've got this feller here. He's the one that likes noodles. His name is Smooka. And then this feller here, normally you're gonna see him in some power armor that's kind of shaded white. His name is Tyler.
Wait.
And then this feller here that looks like he's on drugs is because he's on drugs. His name is Alexi.
What are you talking about? I look pristine.
Of course you do.
Wow, sick burn, bro.
Voice chimes in from the back. Chems? You bring chems?
Yeah, I can make them. I can teach you how to make them. I can make them for you and give them to you. I got chems for days.
I bet I make them better.
Probably not.
The voice is kind of playful, but there is a bit of a challenge accepted.
Did I see Gloria basically throwing down?
No, Gloria has managed to take herself over to one of the bar areas, and she is, because there's not an actual bartender serving drinks at the moment, she's just helping herself.
Mm.
Yeah. She has had the excitement. It's all old news to her, so
Yeah, she's more like, I'm home. Fuck these guys.
and there are a couple who very kind of slowly leave the crowd area to mingle with her, and they're talking softly every once in a while, casting an awkward glare in your direction.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to drug guy because the main reason I wanted to come down here was for drug guy or drugs or ingredients.
The brain fungus stuff that you were looking for.
Right? Yeah, brain fungus and the glowing fungus. Both of those.
Are
Yep.
you
Fungi.
calling me
Fungi.
a guy? A more
Yes.
feminine ghoul voice responds.
Sure. If that's what you are, I'm not really calling you anything. I'm just looking for fungi.
Oh, fungi. My bad.
Yeah. Do you know him?
Have you know? I'm a sophisticated gal.
I don't think you can turn that into a drug.
I don't know. And Tyler will actually just look her up and down real quick. She might be able to. I wouldn't put it past her.
She in particular will have very thick glasses she wears on top of her head. Realize that the kind of discolored coat that she's wearing is actually a lab coat, but it is kind of become a little bit yellowish, a little bit browned over time and age. It's not that pristine white that likely it once had.
I see her lab coat, and I whip out my own lab coat and I put it on.
Excuse me while I whip this out. Sorry, every
It's a
time,
nice.
every single time. I'm sorry.
It's a it's a nice lab coat you got there.
See her eyes widen. Round one to you. And she smiles.
Oh, all right,
Your
cool.
lab coat is better. That's all. It's
Do
a
you do you know the
little
guy
cleaner.
that's all about the drugs?
She stands with her fist at her hip. I keep saying, I'm not a guy.
No, do you know the one though? There was somebody that was shouting earlier. Was
It
that
was
you?
her. It was her. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I didn't realize that was you. Well, do you want to go make some drugs?
Would be my pleasure. Friends call me Judy. You can call me
Hi.
Judith.
Okay.
Or
Um.
Mrs. Pike. She stands a little bit straighter.
All right, Mrs. P. Uh, let's go. Uh, the glowing kind and the brain kind. That's what I'm looking for to make the stuff I want to make.
Mmm, yes. Comes in quite an abundance down here.
That's what I've heard.
And then she raises an eyebrow. You have things to trade? I've got plenty already picked, packaged in my stock.
Well, I've got some Mentats. I've got some Daddy-O. I've got a crap load of Jet. I've
Mm.
got also some things you guys might not have done here. Like, do you have like hubflower or bloodleaf or tartberry or carrots?
Carrots? Fresh?
Yeah, I mean, pretty fresh.
Mm. Yes. I must see all of it. Come. And she steps forward to kind of break the crowd. She's ignoring the rest of the party. She takes you by the arm, begins leading you away. My
Bye, guys.
laboratory is back this way. We're going to be
We're gonna
busy
go.
Have
for a
fun.
while. She
Good.
cackles a little bit flirtatiously as she leads you off away from the crowd.
Oh, well, whatever.
Greg yells across the room in a I've done this joke a million times sort of a way and says, it's pronounced laboratory, thank you.
Laboratory.
Did Alexi just say game is game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Let's make sure. Let's make sure.
Bad puns and flashy lab coats, turns out.
I mean, we came down here with the energy of Captain Kirk, and we're like, all right, who's the green chick? Let's go.
Sasha will say, yes, yes. Well, there'll be plenty of time to meet everyone and explore what goods we might be able to exchange. Come, let us sit. Let us start with drinks. Come on now, no overcrowding. Everyone will have their turn.
Are you medical stuff? He just kind of shouts out to the entire crowd.
There's a little bit of a grumble as the crowd is encouraged to disperse. You get some scoffing, some heavy sighing from the back corner where Gloria and a couple of her friends are sitting being snooty.
Gloria, you're always welcome to our table.
I don't know if you're close enough to see the eye roll, but you see her slowly turn. Whispers are shared amongst her
There is
friends.
a huge, just shit-eating grin like, I know what you're thinking.
Um, Greg might be able to tell you more about them, but it is Belle and Evelyn who are lingering over with her. Evelyn takes up a place behind one of the bars there. Pre-war surgeon's
Um,
coat, custom bone saw, perfectly balanced scabbles. Go ahead. I presume there's something to follow up.
oh, you said that Greg could say more about Belle and Evelyn.
Oh, if he
Um,
wants to. He just
oh,
knows that those are, it's kind of like the Mean Girls Club over there. You're familiar with them.
oh,
Yeah,
I see. Yes,
yeah.
then I point them out. Yes.
Well, I mean, this is cool and all, but kind of, it's the same energy of like the docks, just with a roof. Just trying to survive and stuff.
Everybody has their part to play. we've grown quite comfortable. A lot of us
I know
focused
this bar
on,
area is amazing.
oh yes, a lot of time spent making it comfortable. A lot of us growing up in the area have some knowledge, expertise, and some of the arts, some of the more aesthetic pleasures that were lost in the war. Imagine there's not a lot of time for that on the surface.
Not really.
This is Sasha speaking while they are rummaging through an old style refrigerator. Then they turn, care for a bit of a treat.
You have me at treat. Let's go.
Everyone, except for Alexi, is slid over a different color of Nuka Cola.
I'm getting my own
Oh
treat.
shit!
Can we roll what color for what color we get?
Of course, you may.
Let's go.
Full disclosure, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Shame
FYI,
on me.
everybody, I can use Nuka Cola to make drugs, just in case anybody wants to save some.
You
Even
say
Spark is
can
given
or
one.
I can 100% can use.
I see.
In fact, the best type of drugs you could, refreshing beverage, can be made using Nuka Cola.
Alexi is given an offer of vodka, bourbon, or whiskey, as Mrs. Pike is eager to discuss chems and chemical production.
Am I ruining someone's marriage right now, Mrs. Pike?
It's
Slightly
Oh,
concerned.
no, it's
alright.
Ms. She's just a classy lady and likes to be formal. She will
I
playfully
don't.
put her hand on your arm. Not
I
married
like how
yet.
my headcanon
It's,
definitely is that I'm ruining somebody's marriage right now. It's so
Go
much
for it. You're absolutely ruining the marriage. The fact that he
well,
died 100 centuries ago, that's nothing. Whatever. Details.
and even if he didn't, they've been alive for hundreds of years, right? Maybe they just want to spice things up.
Could be.
Alexi, known across the wastelands as the Home Wrecker. Sorry, sometimes,
You
again, I
want to
can't
drop
help
another
myself.
bomb on this relationship? That'll be my catchphrase. I'll be like a wrestling guy, yeah. Like run in.
I love that we're talking about home wrecking and Crazy Train is playing.
Yeah. Available ladies, climb aboard. I guess you wouldn't say available, you would just say ladies, right? Because you don't care how available they are. They're all
Yeah, if I'm
available to
wrecking
you.
their home, it's not it's everyone's available as long as they're willing.
Sounds like a personal decision.
All right. Well, at least I won't be alone in hell.
Nope.
I wanted to find, because I know that there is, so they have the Nuka Cola, there's Cherry, there's Quantum in the main book. I wanted to see, I swear I thought I saw a place that had other varieties, but I do not recall where, or if I'm just crazy and I just saw it in game. So I'm just trying to look that up. Maybe even if it was, it could have been on recipe or something. I'll keep looking around. But I do know that there are many, many different kinds.
I look at the Nuka Cola and like, do you guys have a lot of this or something? Or
Sasha smiles. We save it for special occasions. But yes, we've definitely got plenty.
wow, I'm almost afraid to drink it.
Have you had the pleasure before?
No, I've read about it and talked about it, but no.
Ooh. So it looks like in the compendium, the main compendium, there's just the three varieties with the regular, the cherry, and the quantum. So upon consuming, there is 1 combat dice of irradiation, but you wouldn't know that until finding out the hard way. You immediately gain an action point and heal 2 hit points upon consumption. In game terms, Nuka-Cola addiction is something that may afflict NPCs you encounter, but isn't something player characters risk suffering from. So you can get, like, if you drink it a lot, then you can get headaches going too long, like a caffeine headache. Like, I haven't had
Or
much
Captain
coffee
Mitchell
today,
kind of
so I'm
thing.
probably headed in that direction. I want to check that out too, because yeah, there is addiction is a concern, but no worries, at least from the regular. Let's see, the cherry heals an extra hit points, immediately gain 2 AP. The quantum glows a little and is awesome. That heals 10 hit points immediately and gives 5 action points immediately.
Jesus.
Indeed,
That's
it is
Well,
glowing
if
and
I got a
happy.
quantum, I'm entirely tempted to just put it in my coat and like I'm going to keep this. This is like a little treasure.
You know, it might be rude to not share in the toast that is being offered and take at least a sip, but you can reseal the
Okay.
cap. By the way, if you consume or simply open your cola, you receive 1 cap because this is what they're from.
It's a cap.
Yep.
Wow, there must have been a lot of Nuka-Cola that was made at one point.
Oh,
Did you
they
roll
put it
triple
out
shit?
hard. They crushed competitors too. Like, there's a little known place on the East Coast produced something called Vim. Very little known.
Some kind of island where there might potentially have been a lot of fog.
Yes, yes, indeed.
I
I mean, not at the time. It's very, very foggy now.
there could have been fog at the time too. It just wasn't irradiated fog.
Touche.
Well, he'll undo it. Take a sip. And
To
recap it.
future, to the undiscovered country.
I will toast to that.
Sasha smiles, looks around at everybody, expecting them to drink happy.
I drink.
I'm gonna drink one. I just need. Do you want me to roll a d6? It's only 3.
Roll a d4. 1 and 2 is going to be regular, 3 will be cherry, 4 will be quantum.
Okay.
Okay.
And that is, if anybody can find, again, I'm not having any luck. If anybody can find other flavors, let me know where, and I can expand that. But for now, we'll just go off the base.
I think I got cherry.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh shit! Someone got the quantum.
Doc got a cherry. Greg's got quantum. Enjoy the glow. Also, everyone please roll 1 combat dice to see if you get radiation. Or wait,
All right,
let
that's the
me
face thing, right?
see.
Do they offer any of the sparks?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the quantum only has 1 combat dice. It's just super de duper. Ooh,
I'm assuming I got some radiation damage.
a little. It's your first time. Isn't Spark immune?
Yep. It was a pointless roll.
No, still.
Which one was number 1?
Regular. 1 and 2 are regular. 3 is cherry.
Greg is does not apparently view Nuka-Cola as special, or at least is not as special as everybody else views it. So he just opens it up right away, gulps it down, looking for those sweet, sweet action points and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, and if you
I
were
can feel the action points flowing through me.
feeling bad, get to heal 1 damage because radiation has the opposite effect on you.
With quantum, I get, you said 5 action points,
Si, senor.
and how
Or
many do
wait,
I get maximum? 6.
yeah, 6 is the max, unless there's a trait which allows the party to have 7.
Uh,
I thought
the
that,
group definitely has 7
yeah,
because I have that trait. But my
yeah,
max is 6 then, so I had 2. I now have 6.
that'll max
But
that out.
the group is maxed out as well, so we're full up.
A little bit
What else did you say
jittery.
you get when you drink quantum? The AP and what else?
Heals hit points and is
Oh
irradiated.
yes.
So the quantum
Um,
heals 10 hit points, 1 combat dice of radiation.
Excellent. Well, I don't think I have lost any hit points recently enough to make a difference there.
Might give you a buzz a little bit. I'm gonna perk you up. Bing! Welcome home. So, Greg, as far as you can tell, pretty much all of the Underground's residents are kind of lingering about in some form or fashion. They are respecting the desire to allow you guys to kind of settle in, but you can make very specific introductions. You'll have an opportunity to talk about, like from where you're at, hey, that over there is Brick. He does a lot of the masonry work, keeps the structures sound. Those 3 over there, the mean girls. You've met Gloria with hers, Belle and Evelyn. And like you can kind of go through the list and point out the people, give an overview of the services that are available so that people are aware and prepared. Absent, of course, is Judy, as she's flirting with Alexi over chem ideas and recipes and the like.
I feel like I would introduce Tyler to Edgar, the librarian.
Absolutely.
If I see him around the bar or whatever, I will. I'll go up to him. Well, Edgar, Eddie, Edward. I've made a friend here, brought him down. His name is Tyler, and he is perhaps the most learned man that I have ever met. And I am sure that he would appreciate your collection of fine reading material. Would you mind striking up a conversation with him?
Sitting next to him is going to be Mac, and they're currently engaged in a little bit of conversation. Since Mac is a kind of a local historian, so 2 of them get on about that. Says, well, of course. Tyler, you said your name was?
Absolutely. I do medical stuff. From
Ah,
surgery to general doctor. Um, my job is to heal the patient.
the doctor, eh?
Yep.
How much do you follow the old ways? Are you familiar with the Hippocratic Oath?
I am. To do no harm.
Ha. Very good. You get nods of
That said,
approval.
if a Mirelurk tries to kill you, then, well, you know.
Harm away.
Well,
Just
we
saying,
of
there's
course
exceptions.
respect self-defense.
Yeah, I do too, because I don't like dying. Not a fan.
Mac will chime in. You know, the city's hospital district isn't actually too far, right across the highway. Can't imagine
Yeah, we
what
liberated that.
marvels may be what. You've
Yeah,
been?
we took care of all. Yeah, we went over there. We liberated it from all the Ravagers and saved some of the people that they were using as slave labor, and then brought them back to the Cascadia settlement. We've been doing it around town, trying to clear out everything and make it a safe and well hospitable. Sorry about the pun. And
Gudunch.
place for uh, people to conduct trade. I don't know, have a life.
They got
Mac
the pretty cool sterilizer.
perks up. What other kind of equipment did you get? Any
I mean,
any medical
some of it's
techs?
large. There's some we haven't had a chance to really go through and kind of like clean house on that. But I'd be happy to go with you if you ever want to go. Now I know this is going to sound kind of odd, but like I managed to get from when the group saved me from a raiders group at the Pike's Place Market.
The
We
market.
managed. Yeah. Oh, you probably. Yeah, I understand. You're having like a nostalgia memory, and I'm just. For me, that was like a few months ago. So I have a suit of power that I painted up to look like an old-fashioned ambulance, white, red crosses, the works.
Clever.
And so that's why I use that to kind of go see people and do house calls because it's safer and stuff. But yeah, if you ever want to go, I'll be happy to go with you, and we could go over text together. Um, I
Oh, it
love to
would be a
read.
joy. I would love to add to my collection here. You know, we've got some old medical books here. The classics, Grey's
I'm
Anatomy and the
excited.
like. Of course, if we could only gain access, there are a number of libraries in town. This was a place of learning and culture before the bombs dropped.
I do have a question. So I know since they have all these underground stuff, are there any tunnels that run under the hospital? I bet you there's some old-fashioned ways in, and now that there's no raiders there, you might be able to get access without having to
Oh,
go above ground.
unfortunately, they don't reach that far. The old city
Oh,
was
sorry.
really just on the waterfront here. If only, eh?
Yeah, sorry. It was wishful thinking on my part, I guess. But I would love to learn about like what was before. And I got to be honest, he leans in. Y'all been alive for a couple hundred years?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Anyone you see
Not gonna
here
lie.
survived the fall.
Not gonna lie. Low key, super excited about that. Um, and if I could figure out a way to provide that to other people, uh, I'd love to learn how that happens.
You wish to share the glory of the atom as well. Well, you'll become fast friends.
Yeah, I want to understand how that process works because I've never met anybody who's been alive that long. And now, obviously, you know that there are some ghouls, and I'm sorry, is there a more appropriate term to use? Because I don't want to just say that, because obviously you're not like the feral ghouls we've had to deal with.
Oh, ghouls is fine. We've had a lot of time to come to terms with what we are. Just don't say it
Okay,
with any kind of ahs at you, but playfully, not super
got it.
serious.
I want to understand what the distinction is between the feral and the clearly sentient and highly functioning. Um, is there a way to make that process for transition to appreciate the atom safer for people?
Oh, yeah, we've not really concluded how that all works. If you stick around long
That's what
enough,
I want
though,
to study now.
certainly Gloria and Judy will be arguing about it if you get a couple drinks in them.
Okay, so the mean girls actually talk and say useful stuff, right?
Oh, at times. They aren't very keen on outsiders being brought in to our community, but they have their purpose, I assure you. They're not so bad when you get to know them.
No problem. Your name was Mac, right? Or am I talking to Edward?
Talking to Edward mostly, Mac is very enthusiastic. He's the one that was intrigued by the hospital,
Okay.
but Eddie is the main one you're talking to.
Like, you guys look like you have a sense of humor, right?
Well, not this one.
And so does Edward point at Mac?
Yeah.
Is it? He leans over to Edward. All right, I got this. Turns around. So you're saying Mac thinks Gloria's hot? Looks
Mac
back over.
looks
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it.
Mac looks stunned a little bit. See Eddie.
And he just goes back to the conversation.
Eddie smiles. Well played, friend. Would you like to
I do what I
see,
can.
perhaps, our library? Isn't
I thought you'd never.
I don't have it particularly well organized. We haven't got that fancy Dewey Decimal from the pre-war. Can't find the time. I've tried a couple, but then I find a book I haven't looked at in a while, and well, you know how it is.
I mean, I understand most libraries don't have enough content to make Dewey Decimal still kind of valid, but I mean, I certainly wouldn't stop myself from trying. So you had me at, literary. Let's go. Mac, you might want to come along, or Gloria might try to, get into the hey with you tonight.
They kind of lean in. Hey, that robot, one of your companions,
Spark?
happen to see
Yeah.
Pip-Boys among them?
Oh, yeah. A couple of them are from Vault 7.
Ha! Told you there was a vault here. Matt kind of waves his hand. As you know, they used to have quite a storehouse of knowledge themselves. Some of them, anyway.
Yeah, they were sent out to do something with a beacon.
A beacon, eh?
Yeah, some beacon up north. Um, I haven't seen it, but apparently we're not horribly far away from where it is.
Max says. Mean the Space Needle?
Maybe?
There's a nice
Buchanan used to know
restaurant on
that stuff.
top back in the day.
I've seen, the Space Needle. Okay, no, I understand what you're talking about. I don't know if that's the beacon, though. No reason I'm saying Tyler's seen the Space Needle because it's in the background of his profile picture.
It's also on the skyline, so when it isn't completely foggy, gray, blizzard, it stands out.
Yeah.
Now, out of game, it really depends on how much Spark, Smuka, Buchanan, when he was here, will have divulged about their purpose and the beacon. They will know for certain, unequivocally, that the beacon is the Space Needle. Smuka also has a pre-war database of information. Whether or not he wants to share that is his prerogative, but he'd be able to tell you all kinds of stuff about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I never got it confirmed. All I got from Fu when he was playing was that they're going after a beacon.
Yeah.
But Tyler honestly thinks it's some kind of radio tower, which to him, he's not aware that the Space Needle has radio antenna on top of it. He just thought it was a unique structure.
Max says, well, seems fitting. Pretty sound structure. Been there since the World's Fair. One of the only ones mostly unaffected. Though we hear raiders crawl that area like ants.
Oh, so we'll have our hands full. I mean, whatever they've they got less numbers. Every time we've run across raiders, it hasn't gone well for them.
Well, a lot of survivors up on the surface. The more aggressive ones ain't much for learning, and particularly the smartest folk. So they probably won't think anything special about it, but it stands out on the horizon, draws people in. So if you're not familiar with the area, well, from what I've heard from Greg and
That
Hank,
makes sense.
people can get drawn in over there and then either disappear or, well, if you can't beat them, and then he kind of casts
Join
a
'em.
sad look on his
Yeah.
face.
Interesting. I'll have to talk to Spark about that later. I apologize. Someone said something about big books and they cannot lie, so I'm kind of interested.
Yes, 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 yes. Come with us.
Absolutely.
They will not flirtatiously take your arm, but they will be leading you down a tunnel away from this communal bar area.
Tyler will look back. Don't wait up for me. Someone told me there were fresh books and that they didn't have any dressings on their book covers, so I'm going to be in bed.
Ooh, sexy books.
Yarr. I
Mia.
might even read a medical journal. Just saying. Don't wait up.
He did mention specifically Grey's Anatomy
Mm-hmm.
because you're a doctor, so he knows that.
Got my femur all rigid. Just saying.
God damn it! Walking with a limp over here.
That's it.
Oh Lord. So back at the bar, Greg and Smooka and Spark. How are you guys doing? What are you guys up to?
How you doing?
I'm just drinking my Nuka Cola.
Chug a lug a lug.
Yeah, just looking around. Nothing much. I don't know.
Smooka, there are a couple of lady ghouls nearby who are quietly talking. Kind of looks like they're staring at you, and when you make eye contact, they giggle and look away.
Um, yeah, no, I'm just gonna drink my Nuka Cola. Let me see.
In your defense, like, you're kind of pretty, right? Have that tall, dark, and handsome
Well,
thing going on for yourself.
yeah.
He might not
Mysterious
think
and
the
quiet.
ghouls are that pretty.
What's that?
He might not think the ghouls are that pretty though.
Oh yeah, but they had eyes before the war. They understand a fine man when they see one in their midst. Doesn't smell like fungus and basement. Plus, he's very clean. He has all of his teeth, being a vault dweller and everything. Like very healthy, robust, clear skin. You know, quite a contrast to most survivors. Not that the rest of you are shabby by any means, but he cuts a different cloth. That's all.
Oh, no. I know what you're saying. You're trying to be nice about it, but no, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it. We don't measure up. It's fine.
I'm not doing any measuring. I'm just saying.
Time for that inseam measurement. Let's go.
Anyway, so what kind of drugs does this lady have?
Back to Judith.
I thought it was Mrs. P.
Uh, Mrs. Pike.
Yeah, Judith Pike.
Oh,
Judy, her friends call her. You can call her Mrs. Pike.
Judith. Right.
You can call her nasty.
I mean, it's not. It's gonna matter more what she's calling me. So are we gonna like swap fungi, or how does this work?
I just
So,
stopped him spitting all over my monitor.
her laboratory, kind of in contrast to the rest that you've seen, is very clean, very sterile. It almost looks like you're walking into a pre-war lab. There's still a little bit, like the walls themselves have, decay in the ceiling and stuff, but the crafting station that she utilizes, you can tell, is very well kept. She has a couple of cabinets. One is chilled and one is not. And she's got a variety, like kind of a little bit opposite, kind of like an island, like a kitchen island or bar,
Amazing.
kind of a similar thing. And on that, um, on the crafting station side, there are a bunch of boxes that you can see. One of them carries a little bit of a glow. There's some fungi of the brain and glowing variety, which your eyes are already drawn to that. There are other ingredients down there as well, but that one box is practically overflowing with that.
Uh,
But yeah, it looks like her station is very, very well stocked, as it were.
so you've got a lot of the fungi stuff. That's great. I would like to have some. Um, how much of the things do you want from me?
It says, well, there are certain things that are a little bit more difficult to acquire. What kind of
That's
things do you bring to offer? She gives a smirk.
all right. This is getting more involved than I was anticipating. No, like I said, I've got Mentats and Daddio. Um, do you have any buff out?
Um, says, I do, just a little bit. I'm very interested in the Daddio. And she kind of leans in. Very popular amongst our community, actually, although most won't admit it. We do like the mental kick more than the physical. Buff out, definitely not as popular. Hank, or not Hank, Mac, Brick, getting all my nicknames mixed up. Uh, Brick likes to use it on the long days. There's a particularly heavy repair job or something. Most of us tend to stay away from that one.
All right.
But we love us
Well,
some Mentats, some Daddio, some Calmex
look,
for heavier days.
I have Mentats and Daddio, and I know if that's the kind of brain tickling you like to enjoy, uh, I can definitely give you a couple of those. Um, plus,
Any grape or orange? Any other special flavors?
I don't have any other special flavor. I can make special flavors, but I don't have all the ingredients I need for all of those. Now, that being said, I actually could probably make you some. Here, you have a wonderful lab. Um,
Ooh.
once I get to the page that has all of the concoction recipes. Hold on.
Uh, do let me know what page that is. I'm also scrolling about trying to locate that as we speak. I was able to find like the regular
Yeah,
page, but not. I'm still looking for the actual recipe page.
yeah, the consumables page. It's not the same page, which makes no
Scavenging,
good
loot,
goddamn sense.
food, chems. Those are loot, crafting, chemistry item. Start at page 213 of the core book.
All right. Okay, let's try that again.
And you will see also why her interest had peaked at carrot.
I think that's why I
That's
bought the carrots, to be quite
yeah,
fair.
being a core ingredient of the orange mentats.
Well, look, my PDF is fucked. So, yeah, I could make some for you. I have the carrots. We could combine the ingredients to make some here in your lab. You can make them with me, and we can have a nice chat while we work together. If that would be another kind of brain tickling you might enjoy. Um,
Ooh, yes,
let's see
do
what.
tickle me.
Okay. Well, here you go though.
Okay, good you go.
I actually have. I mean, I have the Abraxo cleaner. If you have the brain fungus, um, uh, we can, and if you have some materials to spare, we can make a bunch of mentats. Now, I what I was looking for was the raw brain fungus and the raw glowing fungus, but I'd be more than happy to craft some orange mentats while we're here as part of the exchange.
Says, oh yes. I would say mentats is probably my most practiced, although pretty rare that I can make some of the orange or the grape varieties. So that would be the kicker. And she opens a drawer and she has pretty full with collection of regular mentats already prepared.
Well, I also have hub flour. And if you have whiskey, then we can also make grape mentats. So both of these things are things we can make.
She stops sipping her cup and sets it down. You realize that that's what she chose for herself. And then she gestures, indicating that you hadn't chosen yet. You're between the bourbon and the whiskey and the vodka.
I mean whiskey. It's more. There's more alchemical concoctions that involve whiskey than bourbon. So.
Oh, this is for you to drink personally. This is like a welcoming, have yourself a drink, share a drink with me while we chat kind of a.
Oh no, I'd much prefer to just drink the sight of you.
Oh, she kind of giggles and turns her head. Since it's the first time you flirted back, she's been properly tickled.
All right, negotiations. What is it? 10, 15, 20% discount? Let's go.
Oh, she'll trade fungus for carrots straight across without question. One for
Okay.
one. Yeah. That's the easiest negotiation. And that goes for the glowing fungus and the brain fungus. To her, there isn't a distinction because she has both in such an abundance.
Right, supply. Got it.
She is very interested in the hub flower, of course, because then she can make the grape. Let's see. She would be the berry requires tarberry. She'll be keen on that.
All right. Well, we can text out the particulars on the side. But I will, if she wants help making stuff right now, I will also help with that. But mostly, I'll just exchange carrots for fungus, and then maybe some of the other stuff too.
Oh yeah. Well, she's amicable to both the
Cool.
creation and the exchange. So, however you want to work out the exchange, again, she is all about it, one for one. You can also try other things if there are other things in your inventory, or if you want to tell your other party members, like, hey man, didn't you have like an old baseball mitt or like an old telephone, like whatever it is, maybe we can get some trading on because this lady's got tons of fungi.
I have fishnets.
There you go. Says, not my style. Not on the first date.
All right, fair enough. You would be quite the catch, though. Ho ho!
Oh, getting.
Well, we are huge dorks. All right, let's make some drugs.
The two of you are hitting it off quite smashingly. And yes, she loves the puns. She's having a great time.
All right. I will text you what I am putting on offer, and then you can text me back what I can get. I'll put it in the chat, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it'll be like a straight up 1-for-1. So any material that you have in a number, you can essentially replace that number with your choice of
Okay.
brain or glowing fungus.
Got it. I will
Like
just do
just
that then.
straight up, yeah. And
Cool.
then as far as actually concocting stuff, well, that is a ply of your science skill. As you know, you've made drugs before.
Yeah, I
For
will help her make
complexity, go ahead.
I will help her make her drugs. The problem is I don't want to make my drugs here because my drugs are Radaway. And as we've already discussed, that might be not the thing to make next to the ghouls. So,
I very much appreciate your keen insight. And
but I
she
will help
doesn't
her
even
make
ask about your intent. Like she's just
great.
really quite tickled
Too
by
infatuated.
what you bring to the
Yeah,
table here.
got it. All right. I only have 10 Abraxo cleaner. I don't know if those are more rare or not, but if there's a different exchange rate for that, let me know. Otherwise, everything else is 1-to-1. All right, cool.
Um, that is a really good question. Let me see if I can track down. And get past here, past that.
Really? Done.
No, that's not what I was looking for. Ooh, probably in the wrong book.
You said
So the
her.
Abraxo breaks down to an equivalent cost of 10. It can be turned into acid, antiseptic, and fiberglass. I'm not seeing a rarity necessarily here. But antiseptic is rare, acid is rare. So I would say the Abraxo cleaner, you can probably squeeze that into being worth 2 of a thing rather than 1 if you are trading that out.
Okay. Um, you said that her lab was very clean. Does she just have antiseptic around?
Yeah,
Can I trade that as a 1-to-1 as well?
of course.
Sweet. All right.
She is glad to
I will.
share, give, or receive. Can't get too much of that. Greg and Hank are pretty good about bringing salvaged chemicals to her. They will know that Abraxo and like any kind of cleaning solvent is high on the list. Old soap, dishwashing liquid, whatever, if it hasn't dried
Okay.
up. But yeah, Abraxo being a very popular one, of course.
All right. I'm just gonna swap. I'm just gonna do some logistics. So we will continue to work in her lab on stuff. I will make a general role for like helping with chemistry, but I'm not looking to do anything particular other than make shit with her.
Okay. Well, she's willing to split your efforts. So depending on how much time, how much you produce, like if you make 2 orange mentats, then she'll 1-for-1 split them with you.
All right.
Because with
Sounds
the
great.
2 of you working together, you'll find out very quickly her chemical skill is equivalent, if not superior, to yours. She's either holding back or keeping up with a smile.
I have 2 mentats, so I will just attempt to convert those into however many doses of orange mentats. So
Yeah, she has an abundance. So if you help provide some of the others, like if you provide more carrots than you traded over, for example, she'll be like, hey, I've got the tats, you've got the carrots, with our powers combined.
yep,
Captain
got it.
Planet.
All right, we'll do two doses of. I don't have that many carrots, so I'll use 6 carrots with her abundance of mentats to try to make shit.
All right, cool, cool.
Okay.
And that's just one example. Like if you've got extra tarberry or the hub leaf, like those are things. So she's going to be very intrigued, by the way, as to the source. Like, are you getting, like, these carrots are very finely grown. You didn't just find these accidentally growing wild under a tree. Like, these are very specifically grown in a focused garden. She's going to suspect hydroponics before you would bring it up. Yes, the kingdom runs on hydroponics. The hub leaf, she's going to be fascinated by because of its origin. You say, if your friends want to get in good with Gloria, show her this.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. Well, this is all part of the trade network, so you guys let us in. So if you let us in, then you'll be able to get a more steady supply moving forward as long as everyone plays nice.
She leans in to whisper, I'm willing to bet she would have played a lot nicer if she knew that that was on the table.
Oh, I didn't know she was into the blood leaf. Is it a drug by itself? Is it just weed, but it's called something else?
Cannabis that is grown at the kingdom has properties of the hub and the blood leaf.
Oh, fun.
So drawing in equivalencies. Oh, yeah. But because you guys can get the raw stock, again, these are a bunch of like Seattle beatniks and stuff that survived the war. Like they're into music and
Of course they
whatnot,
like,
sitting
weed.
around, chilling. Seattle's a major hub for cannabis interests. Not
My
that I know
my my
anything about
apologies.
that or lived nearby
I've
my whole
really
life.
only been interested in hard drugs. So like the casual stuff wasn't really something I was thinking about too much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, for the softies, it's a hit.
All right.
You can bring in bushels of that and everyone will be your friend.
Okay. So I used my 2 mentats to make some orange mentats. I had 3 successes on the science.
All right, I believe it was a complexity 3 on the.
Orange mentats is a complexity 3.
Awesome. Yeah, and we can call that one good roll for like your night of crafting.
All right.
So anything at a 4 would be a little bit out of reach. I don't know if she would actually be interested in anything at 4. Maybe antibiotics, but you guys aren't talking medical. It's more of the Mentat stuff, which all falls under the category difficulty complex 3 and less. So you should be good to go.
All right. Cool.
And you are quickly making a new friend. No overt moves have been made, but if you were a betting man, benefits might be on the table.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll be able to call her Judy at some point. That'd be cool. All right. Well, we spend the time being nerds.
Nice. Let's cook. Getting your Walter on. Alrighty. So, Tyler, the library is very, very expansive. You find books that are piled up in a variety of ways. It appears that they have gone out of their way to get rid of the ruined, burned books, so they're all in pretty good readable quality.
Oh
That
my god.
good old turning the pages. I don't know about you. One of my favorite things is the smell of an old book. I can only speak for myself, but if you're into that, there's an abundance of that.
I'm sure there's a fetish for it. I just don't know the name.
I wouldn't fetishize it, but it's close. It's like petrichor, also one of my favorite things, like the smell after a rain. Um, but yeah, it's potent. Like people are into that are into books. I don't know. Do people even use books anymore? I know it's all tablets and phones these days, but
Oh no, there's still collections, trust me.
back in the day, people used to read books on paper. Anyway, there is an abundance. They will inform you that they've been able to
Okay, boomer.
catch fiction, even some poetry, storytelling from the old classics, like they have old fairy tales and copies of Shakespeare and stuff. But I would say it's maybe like a third would be the fiction and creative section. The rest of it is all going to be nonfiction based. So if there's a particular topic that you wish to find, it's pretty much a coin flip as if to whether or not they have something relevant, if not multiple somethings. Or if you just
So
want to
he
immerse yourself in, like, it's very overwhelming. There's a wealth of knowledge here.
it he's terrified of the actual fiction section because he's like, they had it was so peaceful that they had time to just make up shit.
Of course, that's the difference between living and surviving, my friend. The world, of course, has forgotten and moved on, but not here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay away from fairy tales about happy stuff. That world's over. Um, but he would be interested in the concept of poetry, and he'd be interested in anything that was a medical journal, and you know, to look at stuff like maybe he'd love to look at any journals they had, any medical journals. Um, a Grey's Anatomy book that was intact would be astounding.
Yeah, they've got a couple copies. One is more worn. They say this is the one that the gals like to fight over and reference a lot. That other one we try to keep nice, just in case one of those fights gets out of hand.
Mm. We're talking about the Mean Girls.
Yep. Well, it's Judy and Gloria, because
Mm.
Judy leans into like practical hard science still, while Gloria used to be a pharmacist, but since the war she's gone more natural and stuff, very heavily leans into more religious stuff as far as their worship of the atom and everything. So
Wait a minute. Wait a
one of
minute.
the
She's
things
into
that
like
they,
natural stuff.
yeah, but they like herbs, but they debate
Wait,
over
like
even
weed?
like, yeah, exactly that. But they debate
You
over
know, we grow that
dual
up
origins and
up top.
stuff.
We grow weed up top.
Yeah, if only.
No, no, really. We have. There was a second vault that was used as hydroponics.
I thought they said they grew tomatoes and stuff, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I could sure enjoy
Oh
a
no, they didn't even know
juicy,
what they
fresh
had. They didn't even know
pre-war
what they had. They
tomato.
have a whole ton of cannabis. I had to show them that they could use cannabis for medicinal purposes.
Two heads, wide-eyed, slowly turn and look at you. Seriously?
Yeah,
And then they lean
a
in,
lot of it.
like, listen, we should maybe talk about some private arrangements. Is that part of the trade network, or
Yeah, yeah,
because if
no.
you're
Anyone who wants to participate in a trade network can have access to this weed.
you're looking to score some extra caps or even pre-war money, we actually use a lot of pre-war money here still for nostalgia's sake. We know it doesn't mean anything, but it feels nice.
I get it. I have some as a collection.
So yeah, be a rich man bringing a resource like that here wouldn't even take much. Might even help them ease their tensions about surface dwellers.
Oh my God, that's what it is. All right, guys, you gotta hold on 1 second. Wait, can you guys work me back real quick? Because we're about to just. I'm gonna whip something out.
Excuse me. Well, um, how much was actually collected and grabbed? I don't remember anybody taking a bunch. That's not to say that like
Tyler had
there
some for
wasn't.
medicinal use, so it's not a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I took a bunch of hub flour.
Oh yeah, it's that. Right now,
I mean, I have between hub flour and bloodleaf, I had like 70 units.
oh
I
wow.
didn't have anything like that. I had like maybe 7 or 8.
I'm currently exchanging it for brain fungus, glowing fungus, and antiseptic.
In yeah, mass quantities. Oh man. She's gonna be the belle of the ball. As soon as like you guys leave, she's gonna be like, guess what, everyone? Those idiots don't know what they had. Bring out anyway.
I haven't actually traded that much. I still have 30 of each left.
Okay.
No, I intend to just go up with Edward, and I'm just gonna walk straight up to Judy and just say, like, "Hey, I
Do
was
you
told
mean
this might make you."
do you mean
Or
Gloria?
not Judy. Gloria.
Okay.
Absolutely mean Gloria. Go up to Gloria
And
and
she's
just
like,
pull out.
when you first step up, she's just like, and her mean girlfriends kind of give
Oh,
a snooty look.
oh, I'm sorry. Did no one want this? And he sets it right on the table in front of all 3 of them.
Oh, you have kind bud.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, Gloria. Maybe if we had mentioned it, or you told someone we were into naturopath rather than just kind of glowering at me, I could have mentioned that we have a constant supply of this that's grown. Y'all want some on the regular?
There are 3 wide-eyed jaws agape, looking down, looking at you, looking down, looking at you.
You're in the natural things right now because you're no longer the pharmacist stuff. Edward's been filling me in. Um,
Edward has kind of
we've
an
been
awkward look. He's like, I'm not trying to throw you
like
under.
we got an entire hydroponics thing going on. Any natural herb you want, we can get.
They look at each other. Gloria looks at you, and her look of disdain completely fades into a very pleasant, almost like a grandmotherly smile. And she pats your arm, says, "You're okay." And then she points an admonishing finger at you. "Need to learn more about the glory of the atom. Perhaps it can be discussed." And then her finger slowly moves over this.
Sure. I actually wanted to do some studies because I was trying to figure out how to do the transformation for the atom safely for people, because clearly there's a difference between everyone here and the ones that are kind of feral on the surface. Like, I'd love to study some of that stuff and figure out how to make it available because I don't want to die. And my
Well, the
lifespan's
true
not yours.
debate comes down to, I believe, the effect in the cerebellum. And wait a minute. Have you been talking to Judy? Did she set you up to this?
Hold on. Pause for a second. Judy's flirting with the other doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been, at best, talking nerd book stuff with Ed and Mac. So, unless Judy has a twin that I don't know about, probably not.
She looks
Twins,
down and then
natural.
she looks back at Eddie like, y'all got some extra chairs in that library, don't you? Perhaps we could have our own private meeting and discussion of the intellectual sort. Nods are
Yeah, but
shared collectively.
he looks down at the herb that he set on the table. Just consider this a peace offering. Like, y'all can keep it and use it. We'll get more. I'm not sweating it at all.
You don't want caps for this?
Think of it as a goodwill gesture.
She clutches at your arm again. Oh, I thought so wrong about you. Oh, my friend.
I still actually know what the Hippocratic Oath means. It would do no harm, and so I really want this to work.
She smiles. And again, it's almost unseemly to see her smile at you because you've got nothing but those like cold, stern looks from her the whole time
I'm
we've known her.
sorry. I'm kind of a talker. I like to, get to know people. Greg's way better at it than I am. So I really have been taking notes, honestly, since he's joined the group.
She waves her hand.
But
Yes, yes, yes. You do have a tendency to use words quite a bit.
so
I suppose I can get used to it.
I can talk to you about the glory of weed, and you can talk to me about the glory of the atom.
Says, "Oh, no, honey. There isn't anything you can teach me about this. As a matter of fact, it might be your turn to listen.
Ooh, I'm excited.
How many different colors of leaf did they happen to have?" And she's starting to get up, and her two friends with her are just silently watching. They almost
So
look
the last time I
nervous and
looked, just
anxious.
as glances, there was at least 4.
She shivers. Ha!
Now, and since we're talking about cannabis, in a sense, they didn't understand that there was medicinal uses for this stuff, and they didn't even know what the recreational uses were for. They were just kind of growing it.
Oh, yes, they probably. Oh, no. Were they making clothes out of the stalk and then
Yep,
not
yep,
using the.
yep,
Oh,
yep.
no. Oh, how many years have they been wasting? Oh. And she looks
Oh, I think
genuinely
things are
pained.
about to get a lot more different for them.
Says, well, enough of this. Let's. And she's looking around, trying to be secretive, and her hand covers up the little pile. Let's take this elsewhere. Let us have a conversation. And she nods at
Back to
Eddie.
the library?
Back to the library.
All right.
So Greg and Smuka and Spark, you will see that Tyler has come out, approached Gloria and her mean girl buddies, and you're a little bit far away, so you can't see the conversation, but he seems to have something he said has completely turned attitudes around, and they're all friendly, chatting. You think maybe Gloria smiled, which is off-putting for Greg, because gosh, I don't think you've seen her smile ever either. All the time you've known her. Maybe once or twice. And then they're all looking very secret squirrel as they leave that second bar, go heading off down the tunnel. And it is still the three of you at the bar with Sasha. The other ghouls that are residents here are respectfully keeping their distance, not approaching, giving you your space, letting you feel comfortable. They don't want to be overbearing. Sasha lets you know that they've been instructed to allow you guys to kind of find your comfort zone, as it were. He will go on about some of the stuff that they have been able to store and stockpile. They have a tendency to go after the old trappings of life. So, household items, workplace items are the kind of things that they've stored up. Out of game, if you're looking at those very specific tables from the Wanderer's Guide, there's a huge abundance, whether it be like the globes, the flags, hairbrushes, all kinds of stuff. So like stuff that used to be like commonplace day-to-day items that are pretty much not used or appreciated by the modern world. If you're into that sort of thing, or if you're into using any of those things to break down into their base components for salvage and creating other stuff, that's what they essentially have to kind of offer, contribute to the trade network. The science and technology one might be of interest, just because of the rare components that can be pulled from those. Or
I
perhaps you don't
I
care
was
and you might be upset because no one's offered you noodles.
I was just about to say that I didn't see anybody in the list for the Seattle Underground community who specialized in food in any particular way, um, who might be able to make noodles for a smooka.
Yeah, so as the underground community operates, it's really because they do have an abundance of like the base irradiated food items, or again salvaging like everybody loves sugar bombs. Like that's a very common snack. Like if yourself or Hank happen to come across a stash of those go for high caps. It's because people appreciate like the old school feel of it. It's nostalgic and fun because it's sugar bombs. Yay.
I mean, who doesn't like, diabetes in a stick?
Exactly.
But I was kind of thinking about introducing Spark to maybe Franklin Mercer. Maybe Franklin could give Spark a couple new um, weapons, or perhaps Douglas is an electrician. I don't know if electrician means. Well, I guess it does say power grid maintenance. But it does say device repair as well. I don't know how well that translates to
Robots.
robots, but um, perhaps one of those two would be a good introduction.
Yes, between the two of them, they would be very, very fascinated in finding a fully functional Mr. Handy. Um, Neither one of them by themselves would be helpful in repairing or augmenting Spark, but working together, they absolutely would be. They essentially would fill in the blanks for each other to make one good robot craftsman slash repairman.
In that case, I make the introductions and bring all three of them together. And Greg says, hello, Doug. And oh no, I've already forgotten his name.
Franklin,
And Frank. There we go. Is it Franklin, Frankie?
the Frankster,
This here
Frankaroni. Sorry.
this here is Spark, and as you can see, he's a robot. He's not just any robot though. He's a fighting robot. He's got an outfit that he puts on. It's got spikes all over it and stuff like that. And a Spark here, I'm sure, would love to make your acquaintance to see how y'all could help each other.
Franklin will speak up first. You know, they didn't make the handies for combat. They're supposed to be service bots. You got a clean shine to you. Well, where some scrapes haven't been cleaned up, but those look recent. You one of them from under the vault?
This unit's original purpose was general maintenance and farming in the Vault 7.
I have
He
one.
gives a knowledgeable nod. Mostly, of course, toward Doug. Sounds about right. But you've modified yourself for combat? That to protect these smooth skins up there in the rough?
In particular, the Smoker, the Buchanan, and the Kelly.
Which ones are they? I didn't
That
see
one is
a
the
lady come down with you. You said Kelly? Or one of
that
them mans with girls' names?
that one is the Smoker. The Kelly is back at our clinic, and the Buchanan is off doing whatever the Buchanan does.
Huh. Must be interesting coming out the vault up into this world. But it looks like any damage you've received been repaired pretty well. You do that yourself or one of them?
Most of it is done by myself with some assistance from Buchanan, and most recently, Tyler.
Oh, the doctor can work on the robots too.
He is not the best at it, but it is enough to do the things I either cannot reach or for him to turn me back on. And I can do it from there.
I'll tell you, downright fascinating to see one of you still in service. They've brought some pieces down here and there, but never a full whole unit. You able to find any working others like yourself out here?
We came across a nurse. Fucking, what were they, Securitrons?
The nurse handy? No, she was another handy bot. She's just the nurse type.
Focused on medical.
Yeah, focus on medical, and then just for the sake of it's like Mrs. Pac-Man, they just put a bow on her. Like,
We
that's
did
all.
find a Securitron.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I thought. It was a nurse Securitron model. It wasn't a a nurse handy.
It
There
looked
was
different, but it looked.
so
Yeah, go ahead.
it might be I might be crossing my streams, but I 100% promise that you in fact found a nurse handy.
Okay.
I'm drawing a blank on the Securitron.
It's possible that when,
But it would have been in addition
because I
to,
think
not
during the
instead
game
of.
you may have just said use the wrong term, and we looked up Securitron because that's what we remember hearing.
Yeah, because I posted that in the campaign not long ago.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so there, I mean, and it's very possible that there could have been one or more than one of those also in the hospital district. I don't want to say that there wasn't, but fully 100% intent was a nurse handy was returned in full. She
Well,
was
then I'm
not
happy to find
operational
out
at the
this out
time.
now before I get the art done. Cool.
But yes,
oh no, yeah, it is a nurse handy.
Oh, is that just what they look like?
No, that's a
That's a Securitron?
the picture
that's
is
Securitron.
Securitron, 100%. All
But
inventories should suggest. Yep, there you go, nurse handy. I told you. I done said.
I told you. Things and stuff.
So if you find other malfunctioning robots or pieces of them, you might could put them back together.
it is something I would like to attempt. We did find a nurse handy in the hospital in district, so I was able to get her back up online and upgrade it with some higher grade software.
Well, you know, we've got between the two of us some bits and pieces. Gosh, I don't know if we have the right parts to make a full robot, but you might be able to mix and match.
Between the three of us, we might be able to make something.
Well, if you want
And
to,
may I see this? May I see this pile of bark?
well, you might have to go between our workplaces, gather up pieces here and there, but we'd be glad to show you around and show you what we've got. We've got even a few kits for repairing. Neither of us have really had opportunity to use them. I think if you dust them off, they probably still work fine.
I would be highly interested in procuring those.
I bet you would. So out of game, if anyone wanted to take the robot companion perk, this would be your angle into getting that done. I just saw
Really?
the picture of Homer fading into the weed there. Yes, really. Between the efforts of Spark and Doug, and no, I forgot the other name.
I really
Frank.
kind of want one now.
Oh, yes. Have no fear. I am currently working on that. I have recently increased my one attribute that I needed to increase in order to be able to get robot companion. So next time we level up, that robot companion is mine, and Wilson will come to life. I'll find a way.
Alrighty then.
Oh, what's the stat that you need in order to have a robot companion?
I believe it's intelligence. Needs to be 5.
Okay, I'm fine.
I've thought about
think,
just taking it for myself because I thought it'd be funny for a robot to have a robot companion.
right?
No, that's a special situation. It's called a robot lover.
I already have one of those though.
A robot thruple?
Robot polyamory? I mean, whatever.
um,
I think they call those a network.
trying to find do.
Hey, if she has a port, I gotta drive.
There you
Good
go.
God. Full disclosure, did not expect so much innuendo in this session. Some dirty ghouls and lonely bots going on.
Hey, babe, I got
No,
a
no,
card
no,
drive
no.
for you right here.
No, he's got a website. It's an OnlyBots.
God damn it.
That's just the internet.
Where in the hell? I mean, golly gee. To look through every darn book here to find Robot Wrangler. Requirements
yes.
Intelligence 5. Don't already have a companion. Have a robot companion that serves as a friend and ally, hazards, blah, 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 blah. You gain an allied NPC creature that follows your commands. Details in the core book. They cannot recover from injuries or health points without receiving repairs. You guys already know that. Do not require food. You already know that. Options can be found in Chapter 3 of the Settlers Supplement. So you can customize. If your robot is destroyed, you either attempt to repair it, find or purchase a new one before the next adventure, or you may trade this perk for a different one after this quest. But yes, roundabout way, this would be your resource, again, with the combined efforts of the ghouls and Spark, a myriad of pieces to put together. So when it comes to customizing anything specifically, and I know in the Fallout 4 game, you can put like all kinds of stuff together and make a bunch of crazy bot combos. I don't know to what extent. I actually haven't looked into exactly how much room you have, but I imagine it's somewhat parallel because they do try.
Was that me? Did I
Um,
drop?
hello,
What?
check 1 2 3. Can you hear us?
I can't hear anyone now.
Oh no.
Testing.
Joe, you're shook. Traumatized.
Is that a handy with
Okay, there we go.
legs?
Now I can hear people.
Yes,
Yay.
that is legs
Interesting.
worth. It's a
I
really big
always
meme for a while.
I always like to put the thruster on any bot I make just for the sake of fun, except for Codsworth. I like to give him the what is the big deadly bot? Anyway, I like to put the tank tread on Codsworth and turn him into a death bot, but that's the exception.
Hey, that is Spark's ultimate goal is to become a fucking military grade um, assaultron.
Oh, really? Interesting. So I
Or
hadn't even thought about that. Yeah,
or
modifying yourself. This is also the source for Spark himself to upgrade and change and make those kind of mods.
Sentry Bot. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes, that. Not iBot Sentry. Um, yeah, I guess between the core, yeah, the settler supplement doesn't look like a lot with that. Yeah, vehicles, the Wanderer's Guide, but not seeing out. Let's see. There's a bestiary for robots. Let me see that.
They're all in there as enemies, just nothing for
Yeah.
upgrading yourself into a different version.
Colonel Gutsy, Cyberdog, Liberator. Is that it? Well, it talked about in the perk. Let me get back to there. Talked about what page the companion stuff was on. Oh, that was the settler supplement. Well, there's a chapter about companions and automatrons. There's companion perks. Then they give some examples of some stuff. But we can mix and match and figure it out when it comes to acquiring other pieces. Let's see, 357 is the core book. So we've got, there's the Assaultron, iBot, Handy, Gutsy, Protectron, SentryBot, level 15 robot. Kadow.
Get your level 15 here.
Well, that's pretty powerful. But that one
It's
has
just
the
a
3 legs. That one doesn't
melee
have the robot tread.
a melee focused Sentry Bot.
So I think really what sets it as being such a high level, because you already have a lot of the perks, like just being as a base a robot. So it's the advanced weaponry on it. There are a couple of extra perks, special abilities. Anything that we cannot find, we will figure out and merge in the hard way. It doesn't look like, and again, let me know if you find out otherwise, but it doesn't appear to me that they've gone out of their way to be like, hey, if you're at a robot station, here's all the fun stuff you can create. But maybe I'm just not looking at the right place.
Now, I've come across the same thing. It's very limited in upgrading yourself into a different style of robot. It's all just modifications to your current form,
Okay.
like
That then is
actuated frames, different
probably, yeah, yeah.
upgraded arms. Yeah,
Okay. Well, yeah, we can talk about that and work on that together, compromise stuff here and there, maybe even pull stuff from vehicle attributes if we need. But I'm open-minded to that whole thing.
Lori's about to be open-minded.
We,
damn right she is.
yeah, you guys are currently, I don't know how much, you're not obligated to partake, but the ghouls are definitely getting zooted together, having a good old time. They will talk about how long it has been since they had such fine quality. They can't believe it. You're now their best friend in the whole world. Like, you're so cool. You have been brought to them by the atom. And then she is going to be overly apologetic for being so curmudgeon-y. Like, she's
I
worried that
just
you,
didn't.
she's now super worried that you don't like her. Like, she wants you to like her. You can tell she's going out of her way to ingratiate herself with you.
One, two, to
Look,
Monday.
we just had a rough start. Once they told me what you liked, and I'm like, oh, that? Let's go.
You like drugs? I got drugs.
No, I have drugs.
No, he would absolutely say like, no. He's a drug person. I'm more of a softy. Like, need someone to take the edge off. Just don't want to feel. Here you go. Here's some weed. Have a good time.
Side note, full disclosure, did not have any intention of turning the group, the party, the campaign into drug dealing anything. Like,
Oh, I fully
originally,
did.
it was like a side joke for me to put in the pictures of weed at the place because they were making hydroponic vegetables, and that was the focus entirely. I was just like, here's a couple other pictures. They're growing other stuff, kind of a tongue-in-cheek, jokey, but here we are.
We have taken your intentions and fucked with them.
That is totally
But we're
okay.
breaking Gloria now.
I'm not upset. I am very much amused. It's just, I ain't no pusher.
No, but I am.
Anywho,
Push it.
Yeah, because Tyler's trying to figure out at this point, like, maybe I could extend my lifespan. I got to figure out how to do it, though. Because he wants to see if he can extend his lifespan without turning to look like a ghoul. And there's really only a couple ways he can figure out to study that.
well, if you want to put your brain in a robot, that is a. I'm not going to say no. That's just where I'm going to leave that. There are precedents that lean into it in Fallout lore. I'm not going to get into it now. So, at the bar, Spark has been pulled off to go explore electronics and robot remains. Tyler's in the library hanging out with the mean girls and the
Getting high.
historians. Greg flirting with Judy, who won't let him call her Judy yet, but now it's kind of become a game.
Only the first date. Come on.
So, yeah, Greg and Smooka at the bar. Lexi's still willing to offer more Nuka Cola if you like. All of the food that they have available is of the irradiated variety. Um, there are a couple of special concoctions, like there was like honey cakes and stuff, I want to say. There's a whole table. Meat items are very, very rare. Um, so that is another thing, which it hasn't, nobody has talked about the library or the super mutants, but they specialize in acquiring meat. Like, it's what they do because they're hunters and carnivores. So that's another piece of the trade network that would intrigue them. Oh, Snallygaster. I don't even know what a Snallygaster is. But they will have mushroom soup. Yep, honey cake, honeycomb. Most of it is meat. Almost all of it is meat. Well, they got lots of honey. So if you would like a honey cake, they will offer honey cakes for free. You can even take some with you, Smooka, since you're the only one left there with Greg. Between the two of you, if you want to grab honey cakes, they provide +3 rad resistance till the end of the next scene. and they heal 12 hit points. They normally cost 80 caps, but they're being offered here for free if you'd like to take a couple.
Well, I don't mind if I do. I suppose I can grab, one or two, if you're offering. I don't want to be rude, of course, and decline the offer.
Oh no, you'll know that Sasha is glad to help provide those. It's not like an infinite supply, but honey is something that actually can be pretty easily acquired by the ghouls amongst everything else on the list. Again, meat is rare. They would absolutely love be in touch with the super mutants. But that is a discussion for another time. So between Greg and Smooka at the bar there, and honey cakes and Nuka Colas, anything you guys are up to or anything of interest amongst the community you would like to explore?
No, just food.
Does Greg have a humble abode?
He does, yes. You'll have essentially, yeah, you'll have your own room here. So if you have like little personal things you've collected, you'll have your own bed and you'll have your own dresser and stuff, like a pretty well furnished room. Because you go up top often, you might have more unique trinkets that you've acquired compared to the rest of the ghouls. Like they have stuff that they've collected or saved over the years, but you so regularly are on the surface that you've got access to more. And that can be even like your own functional holotape player. You can have a bunch of holotapes, like they specialize here in restoring those and collecting. So you have your own sweet little turntable and music collection, etc. Pretty much wide open for you to design your own little abode, as it were.
Well, I feel like Greg would be probably more into the clothing. We gotta
Okay.
find a snazzy outfit to wear, so that people don't immediately recognize him as a ghoul and kill him on sight.
That's pretty helpful.
So I've probably got a very large closet filled with clothes.
That is a pretty awesome thing. I hadn't thought about a fashion forward duel. Um, mean Girls being an exception, probably, but for you yourself, have quite a lot of that available. And again, for the same reason as trinkets, like you would be the one to find, like, oh, this used to be an old clothing shop. This used to be even like a specialized hat shop or a shoe shop, and be like, oh, couple few pairs of these, yoink, one excursion or another.
Yeah, so Greg's gonna stop by his closet real quick and pick out a few new outfits to wear. Put something new on, and then head back out to uh, socialize a bit.
Catch up with all commands. So, who out of the underground, out of that list, who would you count as being the friends you're the closest to? Whether it's based on personality or shared interests, or just because you happen to kick it off over the couple hundred years that the world has been under, as it were.
You know, I would probably talk a lot with a bunch of the other talkers. So like Mac, who was a tour guide, he's probably pretty decent at talking. Probably has a few interesting stories, and I'm all about those interesting stories. So I think Mac and I would be buddies. And then um,
So he's
Aside
currently
from
getting
that,
zooted in the library.
and then aside from that, me and Delilah being the radio broadcaster, uh, would probably try and hit it off a bit.
Ooh. So Delilah's going to be the one who'd be the one to talk to as far as coming up with long range communication. There has been some mention about walkie talkies, radio, etc.,
Oh,
etc. She is
yes,
focused entirely on facilitating just the underground, but she would
that
definitely be the
yes,
one to bring that up as far as expanding that network.
that's a
She
good
could,
reminder
yes.
because I forgot about that.
Um, she, of course, would want to talk to electricians about boosting the signal output, but she certainly has, like, amongst her equipment, it can be set up to accommodate receiving or being like a hub, if you will. That way it can facilitate such a thing. Again, it simply hasn't been explored out of necessity and out of the underground wanting to remain private and not put out signals that far. But times they are a changing.
Yeah, so I'll probably slide on over to Delilah, wherever she's at, and say, "Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New York City?" No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hey, I had an idea, and I don't know if you can maybe help me out with it. Maybe we need a little help from our friends. Uh, uh, see, I'm hitting on her by mentioning all of these song lyrics.
Yeah.
um, and I
Been doing
noticed I
this
was
for 100 years, though.
uh I noticed, I was away a lot, and it would be really nice if I had the ability to contact home, maybe hear a friendly voice every once in a while. But even if I was just checking up and seeing what you guys needed, so I could bring it back from the outside, or communicate in any other way possible. Is there a way that we could set up sort of a transmitter receiver sort of uh, situation, preferably portable, considering how often I'm on the move, but not necessarily required? What do you say, Delilah?
Well, it would take a little bit of upgrading to my current station, and you might want to talk to the community, make sure that there aren't any objections about us broadcasting forth. And she leans in to where no one else can hear you. If you steal one of them there pit boys that a couple of them surface dwellers got, sure would make it easy. They're already set up for it.
Oh, that's very interesting. I did not know that. I may have to talk to Smooka a bit about that, because he may have an extra, maybe, or he may just know how to find some. I'd hate to go about, taking things without people knowing, and then causing a disruption in any sort of way like that. But I may be able to procure one in my own way.
Well, usually they was handed out to the vaults. That vault where they're growing the vegetables, they were they using the pit boys?
That's a good question. I don't actually know. I don't think I visited that vault.
You haven't been to the kingdom yet? I thought you
I
Oh,
were
thought
back
that's
he.
there.
where the vault was? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I have been to the kingdom.
Yeah,
Didn't
so
realize
it's
that was
kind
the
of
vault.
a so it was constructed, like, quick background for the kingdom. It was constructed kind of in secret when workers had an abundance of delivery, and then they started seeing some between the lines stuff when it comes to Vault Tech and their shadiness. So they were kind
Hmm.
of constructing for themselves and their families like a backup vault, and you never saw anyone there using Pit Boys.
Okay.
But Delilah will suggest that it was standard fare for vaults to be supplied with one for each resident.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, interesting. I haven't seen too many of them. I did visit some of the nice fellers around the kingdom, but I don't know if those were standard accommodations or if they were off the book sorts of accommodations. So I'll have to dig more into that.
Yeah, you would also too, like it would automatically click in your head, well, any of the residents there, none of them were ghouls, so they're not the original residents. So chances
Oh, that's
are
true.
they came onto it, they found what they could use and made the best of it. Um, was it at the Kingdom that you guys got? And I think it might have been Buchanan, but there was like a box of water chips that you guys acquired that
Yeah,
were
they were
just
still
not
in
being
the
used.
inventory.
Yeah, I feel like those are at the Kingdom, but I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right.
They could have been found. Yeah, because at the government district, I know you guys got like a key card for the beacon and stuff. I think you had the water chips before that. So yeah, that is one piece of evidence that the dwellers of the kingdom kind of don't know what they fell into and what they have there and aren't utilizing it a lot. The medicinal herbs is another example. So there's a very good chance there's probably a box or a crate somewhere of not just
Tips.
Pit Boys, but like the
Vault
jumpsuits
Tech.
and stuff, like general vault techy things. Yeah. Anyway, can't confirm or deny. Just throwing that out there as a possible carrot. It's up to you to follow up. But yeah, she says outside of that, um, like if you could find, like the military used walkie-talkies that were usually kind of shorter range, like good for like small regions and such. So amongst the neighborhood, they'd be effective, not necessarily across town the way a radio broadcast could reach. But if you happen to like get the Pit Boys and turn them to the right station and integrate a two-way feature, that would just be, she says, that would be the easiest way. And she only thinks of
Excellent.
that
Well,
because she saw the glow from the Pit Boys on the wrist of Smuka and Alexei.
well, that is excellent information. I appreciate that. Hold on, let me write that down here. And Kingdom stockpile of pit boys. Pretty sure I spelled every one of those words wrong, but that's all right. Thank you very much, madam.
That's stockpile with two Ks. Says I'm willing to bet that one of the Pit Boys, like if you tune it to the right station, could probably pick up our transmission. We ain't never had to worry about it. Like surface dwellers ain't got them. Raiders wouldn't use them. They wouldn't know how. Might give it a try. You'd have to talk to them though.
Would there be a way to set up some sort of two-way communication? You know, you guys have a receiver, and then we can speak back and forth.
Yeah, probably within our stores, we probably have all the pieces here. We just have gone out of our way to avoid setting something up. It's not even a matter of trying. Like we've kiboshed that idea. As you know, it's come up a couple times. Hank has brought it up as well in the interest of
Right.
keeping our community secret and protected, though. It's been constantly
Security
voted
is
down.
definitely very important.
It would,
Yeah,
take
security
some
security
time
is
and
very
testing.
important. I just I found myself every once in a while being like, oh man, what would be great is if I could tell them this thing that I just found out. But I couldn't. And then I had to make the whole trek back here. And you know me. I'm the laziest ghoul on the planet. Walking, who wants to do that? That's why I've got Penny, as you know, so that I could ride Penny everywhere and then she could do the walking for me. I assume since Delilah is the radio broadcaster that she broadcasts, I don't know, interesting things, news. So Greg is gonna go ahead and ask her if she's heard any news that is more interesting than a bunch of surface dwellers coming down and hanging out with us ghoul folk.
That has been all the buzz. She says, I plan on making my rounds after everybody leaves, collecting rumors, seeing how they interacted and stuff, and hearing about what they offer for the trade network. Of course, it'll be part of my morning dailies.
Excellent.
Yep. Besides that, it's been pretty quiet of incidents. Seems your friends have done well at cleaning up the area. Raider activity
I
is
agree.
down, and of course, you and Hank have had far less trouble out there since that vault opened up.
It is downright friendly, I gotta say.
And those people at the docks in the kingdom, like they seem good, healthy, cooperative folk.
Everybody that I have met, while trepidatious at first, has definitely been welcoming as soon as they get to know me. Uh, so I agree. You know, they all seem like very nice folk. Everybody's looking to not only survive but to live a healthy life, and I feel like that's it's going to be good for us. It's going to be good for the area.
Sounds like this trade network and people working together, they might just be trying to rebuild a semblance of times before. You think
And it
something
would
like
be
that is
nice to get back
possible?
there. I don't. I mean, a semblance, maybe. I think so. I don't know that we're ever gonna get back to uh the pre-war sort of living, but I think we can do well enough that the memories of pre-war become slightly less nostalgic.
She says, yeah, well, I haven't talked about it much. Hurts my heart to do so, but I remember my kids gathered around the TV and cooking eggs on the oven for them, and well, it sure would be nice. See those things come back. She
Well,
gets a little bit wispy and teary-eyed at the memory.
Well, why don't you tell me a story, Delilah? Why don't you give me a memory of yours, something that you wish uh, would be different now, something that was better then?
I think stepping outside in the morning, hearing the birds chirp, seeing the sun come out. Boy rides by on his bicycle, throws a newspaper at you. She kind of smirks because that's a joke, even if she's still wistful. Just that normal day to day we don't have anymore. You know, civilization. You remember the milkman? I remember the
Oh yeah.
milkman. I mean,
Don't remember him too fondly now. I did always think that there was just something so human about mowing your grass on a warm summer's day.
says,
Look
oh,
over, and your 10 neighbors down the way are mowing their grass too. It's that time of day, you know.
Always used to make me itch a little bit, but, well, something I haven't smelled in quite a long time. I say I miss that.
Well, I don't know if we can make the birds sing, but maybe we can make it safe enough out there that we can see the sunrise again. Or I see the sunrise every once in a while, I suppose, but that it's safe for all of our kind to see the sunrise again.
Well, it sure would be nice. You can help them boys make it happen. You know, a lot of us, I don't think, would admit how much we miss the good old days. We do our best here. We talk down on the surface dwellers, but I think all of us secretly pine for the lives we used to have. As much as we can remember, I mean, gosh, we've outlived ourselves a couple times over.
Yeah, Greg is going to go ahead and finish up that conversation, give her a quick friendly hug, and then wander out back to the bar and grab himself probably something a little stronger, maybe a whiskey to drink, nice and slow, on the rocks. Only this time it's actual rocks.
I was just going to say that. Freshly chilled, reusable ice cubes.
Fox, motherfucker.
Well, things are going to pass the next few hours very comfortably. Sasha is going to intone to Greg, we do have a few extra rooms where surface dwellers can hopefully find comfort. I reckon you're not going to set out in the dark.
We definitely prefer not to, yeah. So we would appreciate if y'all would take us up for the night, and we will try not to be too much in the way.
He gestures and says, well, I think even the hardest ones against the idea of any kind of surface integration have been won over. I ain't seen Gloria, and where did they go off to? Anyway, then he looks over at Smuka. Where you think you lot are going to be heading off to next? Any big plans or schemes for the surface?
Uh, uh, I don't know. I don't know.
Wherever the
Isn't there
closest
that
noodle shop
giant ghoul
is.
we need to kill?
Giant what?
Ghoul?
Oh yeah, you guys took care of the abomination. That was
Wasn't there a second one that we heard about?
Yeah, we took care of that too.
Oh, we
oh
did?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because you guys set up all the bombs over where the kids were attacked by the Mirelurks.
Oh, we did. We
Like
did.
And
tripped
the
it
cable
and
trap.
had it.
That's the one
Yeah,
that died really fast.
it was pretty epic actually. That fight went way easy for you guys because you were just like, haha, trip, kaboom, cur death.
Okay, bitches, let's go.
Hmm. Aside from gathering explosives, no. I don't know. We'll see.
Smook is on a quest for the perfect ramen.
Yeah. And explosives. Don't forget the explosives.
Explosive ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing that they avoid bringing into the underground as per confined spaces and old architecture.
Maybe they shouldn't look into my backpack. All right.
I think your backpack's more dangerous than my power armor.
Yeah, if they had known, they would have asked you to leave explosives with the power armor, but they didn't know, they didn't think to ask. It was
Oh, I do put that bottle of Nuka Cola in my bag though.
yoink.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the evening is going to go very friendly in the ways that everyone is split off. Spark, you're going to find quite a nice variety of robot bits and pieces. They'll have to be cleaned up and refurbished, and of course, put into whatever construct you make or to adjust for your own upgrades. That again can be discussed as necessary with ideas you have, or if anybody goes about making a robot companion, we can get into all that business.
Robots.
The library session, anybody who checks in on them is just going to find everybody passed out in their chairs with happy-go-lucky smiles on their faces. They'll be hungry and thirsty when they wake up in the morning, but besides that, they're pretty good and comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Alexi and Judy will be getting on pretty smashingly. I don't know if you guys partake in any of the mentats. It will certainly be like she will offer, because you have Daddy O, she'll offer to split that while you guys are working, expand your minds, enjoy your nerd time. And then when the crash happens, you'll be invited to your own room where you can get comfy.
What is this crash?
Well, it's more of them running out because, yeah, you don't have addictions or anything. So,
I will never crash. I will just do drugs the whole time.
bzzz.
He's
Does
his
that mean you
own
just
type of adjusted individual.
so then will you be staying up? Because she'll keep going as long as you can. So
Oh
if you
shit!
don't
Is it a
want to
contest
sleep,
now?
kinda, like, yeah,
All right. Yeah. No. 100%. This is an enduring contest. She doesn't know she cannot win, but it's fine. We'll keep going.
challenge accepted.
We will make all of the drugs.
It is going to be a fun night over there. She maintains the flirtiness, but she is a classy gal, so she doesn't cross any lines. You can tell she definitely enjoys your company. And since you don't outwardly express any kind of like your flirting is reciprocal, even if it's just in a friendly way, like not being put off by her ghoul nature and stuff, like this is going to make her more confident. She is definitely a lab nerd, so it's kind of cutesy and awkward.
Just keep trying to think of puns. You're the flower of this hub.
Getting and of course, Greg, you've got your domicile, which is set up as you like it for comfort. Since it's homey, you'll probably get comparable sleep to Tyler. Again,
Yes.
passing out all zooted is pretty comfy, so it's a hard contest.
Yep, Tyler will pass out with a medical book on his face.
Nice. What page are you on?
69.
Getting
public examinations.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah. Well, because Grey's Anatomy is very, very detailed in
Oh
every
yeah.
aspect. Yeah. So if you're into that sort of thing, dive in. It's there.
Reminds me of the old days of National Geographic.
Oh no. And I bet they have some good copies of those even.
Mm-hmm.
Some old crates with some old National Geographic and Scientific American, and of course the fancy
Yeah, I've just decided
magazines
that
that are known.
Tyler's ultimate goal is going to be figuring out how to get the radiation effect they got without going through the skin emaciation and other things. So he's like, this there could be serious scientific potential here.
Yeah, so that's going to be kind of a combination of efforts because there are, as mentioned, some of the residents here have tried to explore that. There's not like one source that gives all the answers, so you kind of have to do a little bit of ruminating yourself over studies of
No, because what I want to
radiation
do with it
and medical stuff and
is
kind of combine.
two goals.
Mhm,
I want to increase Tyler's lifespan, but
mhm.
his ultimate goal is to cure the ghouls of their rage.
There's already a very effective way of curing that.
Very
It's
Yeah.
called
permanent as well.
bullets.
I don't see what the issue is.
He wants to
Uh,
turn all the ghouls that are feral into the ghouls that are intelligent.
that is a very admirable goal. Out of game, I'm not sure if there's a precedent for that within the Fallout lore of restoring a ghoul once it goes feral. Perhaps you could be the first to discover that. Perhaps you might discover that it's a lost cause. That'll be fun to explore.
Yep.
You need sample studies. So the next ferals you see, you need to capture rather than maim, if and you can, because they're just going to, as their name implies, be feral. But we'll see how that goes.
Gasp. Feral ghouls be feral?
Well, in the morning,
So,
sit, what?
huh? I was just thinking about something. No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
No, go for it.
No, because I was thinking with feral ghouls, they're naked, right? Well, some are.
Sometimes, yes.
Oh, okay, okay. I've only played like a portion of Fallout 4, so I'm just like trying to remember. It's like at some point those ghouls had to have gone undressed somehow.
So it's
Well,
really a matter of just living a life in which they're not caring about their clothes. And because they attack anything living, like they'll go through stuff, around stuff. Like if they lose a pant leg, they don't care. If their shirt catches, they're just going to keep tearing and moving. Some of them do have tattered clothing. Some of them have none left. And also, too, it's been, in some cases, hundreds of years. So,
He's running around naked.
yeah, a lot of factors contribute. Like they don't themselves just willingly declothe because they're not consciously aware enough to
Yeah.
be aware of clothes. Like it's just, yeah.
Okay, okay. That's funny. All right.
All of the residents down here are fully clothed until you play your cards
Okay.
right. There were a couple of the ladies that were giving you sweet eyes, but they were too shy to approach, so you didn't get to meet them. Greg, you will recognize that Florence and Rosa, particular, were the ones given eyeballs at Smuka. if you want to put in a good word for him. That's all.
Putting in a good word for Smooka, or putting in a good word for Florence and.
For Florence
I
and
mean,
Rosa, because they would be your friends.
oh, I
Smuka
see.
would just have to, I don't know. I don't know if he's into that sort of thing. That would be on you to explore and encourage at your leisure. But anyway,
How about it, Spuka? You into sandpaper?
oh God, why did I even?
Is that your kink? Is that what you into, my dude?
Oh man.
Alexi, no need to be so rough.
Hey, ooh, youch.
I'm sure he's got the grit to handle it.
Damn it. In other news,
Yeah, so I'll go over to Florence and I'll play Hey, have you met Smooka? And then walk away.
She looks sad.
she and Rose will kind of share a giggle and continue to avoid eye contact. Again, they're both a little bit shy, so with Smuka at the bar, if he doesn't approach and engage, then they will respect his space.
Oh, I thought my intention was to bring the girls over and then make the
Yeah,
introduction and then walk away.
put in a good word for him by saying like, "Hey, they know where noodles are."
Yeah, so
Yep.
they will avoid making the approach.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So then I
Just
have to
have
go up to
them bring
Smooka.
him noodles. That's it.
I'll go up to Smooka and be like, "Hey, uh, Florence over there, and Rosa look like they're really interested in you. You may go up and ask them what they know about noodles, I guess, or explosives, or whatever else you're interested in.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, why not?
Hmm.
What else do you have to do for 200 years?
Yeah. 200-year dry spell.
Hmm.
You know, God damn it. They are
House in the wood.
immune to disease, so you know what happens in the underground stays in the underground.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, Smuka doesn't want to start any fires tonight, then that's okay. So in the morning, everyone will be politely woken up, told that honey cakes and Nuka Colas have been acquired, put together for to-go packs for you guys. This is in addition to any that might have been kept the previous evening, so everyone is welcome to an extra honey cake as well as a Nuka Cola for the road.
Inventory.
Alexi, you will find that Judy is able to keep pace with you 100%. If you raise the bar, she will smile and accept and keep going and keep the pace.
All right.
So when you are looked in upon, hey, your friends are getting ready to go out there. You guys are still at it?
Are we leaving?
I think they might be getting ready.
looked back on the table, and then my eyes arched a little bit. I was like, "Oh, we made a lot of drugs." Well, pleasure working with you, Judy. Looks like we're about to go.
Please call me Judith.
Rude.
And she smiles. He's made it past Mrs. Pike. But she says it with a smile, a smirk. It's encouraging.
If I bring back more carrots, maybe. All right, we'll think about it.
At least
Bye.
one. Wink.
Hey.
No, that's the stick part.
Ah,
Oh.
ah.
Get it? It's a saying. Because carrot. Anyway, bye.
Uh,
I found in the compendium where it mentions the snack cakes, and they're called fancy lads.
The honey cakes?
Yeah.
oh, those are separate. I'm referencing the honey cakes from the Wanderer's Guide.
Oh, they're not in the compendium.
Correct. Yeah, the Fancy Lad snack cakes are a pre-boxed thing, kind of like
Secret
the
cake.
sugar bombs. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't put the Wanderer's Guide or the Settler's Supplement up on Roll20. I should write my congressman and figure out what the fuck.
Yep. I'm sure you're going to get a quick reply.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm busy deporting kids with cancer and stuff, but anyway, don't get me started on
Everyone's
that.
got a hobby.
Right? Anywho, yes, a little care package has been provided for your morning and for your exit. Not all of the ghouls are present for your exit, but there are a few of the familiar faces. Those in the library are a little bit weary-headed, so they're
I
kind of
left them a note.
slowly coming back.
I left a little note for Gloria. It basically says, "Don't worry, girl, I got you."
Nice.
You know, like Dash Tyler.
I got you, baby boo.
That's it.
Yes, it seems everyone in their own way has made a nice impression. Um, since Spark doesn't have to sleep, is there any particular thing that you were up to over the course of the evening? Because the rest of the place, with the exception of Alexi and Judy, will have been kind of wound down and everybody will be sleeping and stuff.
It's a good question.
Did you guys build a robot last night?
Do you want to build a robot?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Essentially, what would have been available would have been to like categorize and organize the stock into what is usable and applicable toward robot building. You'll not have been able yet to get as far as to start an actual construction project, but you could certainly lay the foundation for it and be like, this arm is good, this thing is busted, kind of have an updated, very specific and dedicated amongst the myriad of electronic scrap and everything. Like, this is the dedicated workable robot stuff area, different boxes, crates.
Sure.
If and you so desire.
It's something to do.
Even cleaning them up of years of muck. Like some of them have been found like, half buried in mud, so that sort of thing. So a little bit of cleaning. straightening, fixing little things that look broken, perhaps restoring and like, nope, that can be used now.
Yeah, sure. I build a workshop and organize.
There will be an appropriate robot workstation created. That is something I wonder. There's a side thing. Maybe I'll have to look into that. As far as, is there a place that has all of the different workstations? Isn't there? Like in one of the crafting areas? And then my follow-up question is, of course, are one of them robot dedicated? Anywho, to be explored. All right, well, the little service packages given. Again, honey cake and actually copy paste those details. And of course, everybody can get a Nuka-Cola. Link.
Hey, Pooh.
What
Hey, good timing. We're just about to wrap up.
fantasticals. By the memes, did you get your legs?
Say what?
I see the sexy Codsworth over there.
Oh, with the legs,
Legs
yeah.
worth.
It is on the to-do list. There was a little bit of talk about robot upgrades and construction, as it were. But yes, anything that you guys would like to do or say or leave prior to the exiting of the underground?
No.
Nah,
Ooh,
I think we made a decent impression. I don't want to fuck it up by leaving and saying something weird.
I left some complimentary landmines just scattered around for you guys.
Please enjoy.
War has been declared. Good
Can't have a
grief.
war with a group of people that's already dead.
Don't worry. I disabled that annoying beeping that happens when you get too close.
That is so messed up. Oh.
Yeah, the perk that makes you not trip them off, that doesn't work.
All right, well, it'll be a brand new day. Suppose maybe I could leave a little bit cliffhangery. A smidge. Of course, Doc, you're going to be able to reacquire your power armor on the way out.
Super excited.
And have everyone, well, their survival, but with perception rather than endurance. There'll be a difficulty 3. and for anyone
and
to succeed.
once again, I can still spend a luck to make it to use luck.
Of course.
Okay, perfect.
I'll dump an action point. That way I can roll an
Action.
extra die.
How? What?
You can spend a luck point to re-roll that 19. Or that 13. Or the 13 and the 16. Or the 12.
I will spend a luck point. Yes.
I'll spend one. Fine. All right, perception.
You know what? I'll spend 2, and I'll re-roll both of them. Because why the heck not?
Go for it.
Oh, damn it.
Much better.
So close to getting a third success. Well, there goes that. All right, I guess none of us notice it, so don't worry about the cliffhanger.
I have 2 successes.
We needed 3.
Due to some luck.
3 was your target number.
Darn.
Must have been the wind.
Indeed.
Okay.
Must have been. Well, I can still give the cliffhanger, but we'll remember it'll just
It'll
you
actually be
guys
a
just won't
cliffhanger.
have any. What's that?
It'll really be a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it won't be any kind of special advantage or opportunity for anybody. It'll just be like, oh shit. There you go. Exiting your comfortable alleyway. Why are you guys hanging in the air above the? You should be on the ground level. I am so sorry. Anyway, you should see your tokens there.
Mm-hmm.
You come out and you realize there are raiders scouring the area. Hear a couple swear we saw them coming this way, and then they disappeared. Then another voice, hey, what's that? Think we found them. And then shenanigans shall ensue. Kaboom!
I assume Tyler grabbed his power armor on the way out.
Oh, yes, I very specifically let him know that he has that.
Yes.
He can, get that back. So, that's what you have to look forward to. Good morning. Happy Wasteland.
6 more dead people. Who wants some red paint, some brown paint?
I think that's 9 dead people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, I'm zoomed in so far that I don't realize there's more.
I'm going to say 10.
Yep.
Oh, I see one on the roof.
Aha.
Well, somebody's going to die.
The streets are about to
Okay.
run red. It's a beautiful, snowy morning.
I'd just be looking at everybody going like, oh, okay, it's going to be a shopping trip. I'm like, what do you mean a shopping trip? We just got a bunch of free shit just brought to us.
Delivered right to our feet. How nice of
Yeah.
them.
All we got to do is murder the delivery guy and then it's ours.
Wow, guys. Wow.
Look at all those organs trapped inside all that skin.
Oh my god, we need to keep a few alive. What if I just used the sword and I'd tase him?
Well, fun times.
Good night.
All right,
buddy.
cool. See everybody in
Have
2
a
weeks.
good one.
Indeed. Welcome back to Thunderdome. Alrighty.
Yep.
Well, have a great night,
All right.
everybody. See you on,
Yep.
as
You
usual,
too.
the other side.
Yep.
Wait.